Dan, to Michael Cohen's point that when this first indictment comes down, it will put pressure on presumably Weisselberg, his sons, whoever might actually be named as defendants in this thing, and that creates the next chapter of the story.
We don't know enough, Lawrence, to know if there are charges of enough seriousness to put pressure. The reality is that if it's what we think it is, over $1 million in evaded income that should have been declared, should have been withheld, that's in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, perhaps in tax loss. That is not the kind of case that ordinarily in New York state courts in Manhattan end up with people in jail. So that by itself is probably not enough to get somebody like Weisselberg to flip. Certainly the ongoing investigation can be, as they start compelling people to testify, people that actually have inside knowledge, and there's really nothing they can say. They have to testify because they're getting immunity, and they'll try to do mid-level people, first. And that could put pressure on them. And it depends really ultimately what the substance of the charges is. And I think Michael Cohen knows better than most of us, but we'll see if his information is provable. I take him at face value that it happened, but let's see if it's provable in a court of law, particularly not necessarily relying on him as a witness.
Dan, quickly before we go, what kind of sentencing would you expect in a case like this? Restitution, fines, a suspended sentence?
For Weisselberg, if we're talking hypothetically about $100,000 in tax loss, I would expect a probationary sentence with restitution and perhaps a fine just on a straight plea without cooperation. He's obviously a target of the bigger investigation. That could be in the millions of dollars. So that gets a lot more serious. But for this case by itself, I would expect it to be, serious, a felony, but not a jail case.